Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, thank you so much for spending some time today watching my video. This is your host, ID Jester. It's been a while since I actually released any videos. I apologize for that, but I decided to get off my butt and rectify that situation. And I've come across this wonderful brand new game called XCom. For those of you who don't know anything about XCom, this is a new release from a game that came out about 15 years ago, and it's finally been updated with a new engine and redesign. And we're going to go over the aspects of XCom, kind of show you, talk to you about what it's like, and then I'll give you my impressions of it. And that way you can make an informed decision on whether or not you think you should buy it. XCom is played out in two different facets. The first facet being a strategic overview of the corporation of XCom, which is what you're looking at here. This is kind of like our headquarters here, the headquarters of XCom, and all the facilities that you are managing. You see up at the top, we have a research department, an engineering, a barracks, a hangar, a situation room. And all of these come into play in a strategic overview of your corporation, your agency here, the XCOM agency, to protect the world from an alien invasion. The second part of XCOM is played out on a turn-based tactical squad type map, and I'll get to show you that here probably in a little bit. First, since we're here, we're going to talk about the strategic overview. There's lots of different things you have to do in XCOM. You have to do some research, you have to do some building, you have to train your troops, you have to supply your troops with better equipment, and all the time you have to manage this with a monthly budget you're getting. You also have to worry about the different countries of the world and their support of the XCOM facilities. If they fall too far below, if we look at this, let's zoom in. If you fall too far off, they'll actually leave the council and won't support it anymore, and so your job is to try and manage all the different countries, make sure that everybody's happy and getting the protection they need, so they will fund, it will send funding to your agency and be able to continue growing and helping the world. I didn't say that very well, but oh well. You can see right now we have Brazil, which has got 3 threat level, and France has got a 3 threat level, so they're not very happy, but sometimes you have to make decisions. There will be situations where there will be several UFOs that have been shot down, and one might be, say, in France, another one might be in Egypt, and one might be in Brazil, and you have to make a decision in which country you're going to help out. Because of our situation, we can't help them all out.
Some nut calling himself Commander Straker has been all over the news ranting about shadow operatives.
So you have to manage not only your money and what you're researching. If we go into research here, when you start completing missions, you can start researching different things that you find. If we go into that, you can see here, these are the different ones that I have not yet researched, because you can only research one thing at a time. It tells you how many days it costs, what the requirements are, what benefit it'll give you, or possible benefits, and you have to decide, which project is the most important one that you want to research. So there's lots of different kinds of research, and once you've done researching your different aspects of the alien technology, then that will be forwarded on to your engineers, and then your engineers can actually build some things. It should be noted that I'm probably about 3 to 4 hours into the game. The beginning is kind of more of a tutorial in the first hour or so, where they actually walk you through the different tactical aspects and strategic aspects of this game. And you can see I've built some new things here that our engineers have been busy designing. We can now, because I've researched it, we can now build laser rifles and laser pistols, and that's because we completed a mission that had some of this technology that the aliens had and stole that technology from them. We've researched it to figure out how to use it, and now our engineers can actually build it. They're all red because you can see they take engineers and alloys to make and money, and of course we are short of money. Right now we only have 13 credits. We have 42 iridium and 143 alloys. You can get more during your different missions based on how you complete them. If you were to throw a grenade and blow up some of these things, you might get less resources. So the tactical part of this comes into play as well when you're trying to get your strategic overview. Not only can you do regular items for your squads, but you also have an air force and satellites that you can research technology for and try to uplink those so that your interceptors can go out and shoot down the UFOs. Your satellites can see what's going on in the sky, and et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot to what's going on in this game. For your tactical overview, we actually have a barracks department for our different squads, and we can go in and actually look at our squads. There are different types of units: support units, assault units, heavy units, snipers. You can see what level they are, what rank they are, whether they are active and ready to go on missions, or if we've got ones that have been wounded in the last mission. And you can see how many days it will be before they're able to join the forces to fight the aliens once again. So you have to manage not only your resources, but you have to manage your members of your squads, trying to keep them alive, trying to keep your best units from becoming wounded for a long time and knocked out of action. And you also are trying to get some new units in there so they can get promoted. When your units are promoted, let's look at this guy here. If you look at this guy, you can see that he is now a sergeant. He's been on 4 missions. He's got 6 kills. You can actually go in and change the name of the units. You can customize their loadouts, what they look like, their faces, their heads, skin color, hair. I mean, lots of different things. Change their names, change their nicknames. And when you are working with these units, you can actually, you see when they level up, become promoted, you can see that they have different abilities that you can choose. Here's a corporal. We can choose either a snapshot, which is going to give us a -2 aim penalty, or -20 aim penalty, or we can allows firing at targets in an ally's sight radius. So there's different things that'll help your different units. So you will find yourself actually trying to protect these guys and keep them alive. The higher the ranking they are, the more abilities they have, and you find yourself attached to these guys, making sure that they come home from these missions. So that's managing squads. We are managing our resources, we're managing our money, trying to build different things. As you can see here, we're in our main headquarters. You actually have to go around and build different things in your headquarters. You have satellite uplinks and officer training school. You can see there's several different areas that are still waiting to be built on. You actually have to dig out an area before you can put something in. You can see I've digged out a few areas over here. We got one here that's excavating. Still has 1 day remaining. We got a laboratory which we're building here. We have a power generator which has 1 day left. So a few more days we'll have some different options here. You can see there's actually steam vents in here. I'm assuming we'll get some kind of research that'll let us get like thermal generators or something. So that will be fun. Try to figure all that out. And this is a game where you kind of maybe first couple playthroughs it'll be a little tougher because you're trying to figure out what the best way to do certain things are, and the more you play, the more experience you get. And I like that. It's not in the beginning the game kind of holds your hand and tells you, okay, this is what you should do. This is where you should go. This is what you should build, blah, blah, blah. But after that, you get to a certain point, about 3 or 4 hours in the game, and it kind of cuts that off and puts you're now in command. There's nobody telling you what to do anymore. I mean, they're kind of giving you hints here and there. So it's good to help you try to figure things out, but you have to make tough decisions yourself. And you have to try to think ahead. There's lots of different parts. So you can see this is our headquarters here, and you can see we're building and excavating some of these different areas so we can use them eventually when we get some more money. But I spent my money on, different things. And so now we can advance the time, and we're waiting. Here's all the events that'll happen here. You can see we have a power generator that's going to be done in a day. We have our research. We are currently doing the floater autopsy, and that'll be done in 3 days. We have a laboratory in 6 days, and then the council. The council is kind of like a secret agency that's kind of behind the scenes of XCom, kind of giving you information and kind of deciding whether or not it's being productive, and if it's kind of I don't know, kind of like the unsung guys that are in the back, kind of giving you trying to give you missions and stuff that might help you out. You've already completed some missions that they've asked you to do, and so they're kind of happy with your success, but the rest of your success is now going to be determined by what you do. Here's our ships here. We have different ships. In the beginning, you are going to assign your XCOM facilities to a certain location, either Europe, North America, South America, Asia, or Africa. I have chosen Europe to be our mainstay area. And you start off with 2, I believe 2. Maybe it's 1, I forget. Maybe it's 2 or 1. Of these interceptors, and you can see I've actually put an interceptor in North America, and I got one in Asia. Right now South America and Africa is not happy, so because they don't have any interceptors, but of course I don't have any money, so I'd like to put more interceptors out, but I have to get more money. But if I spend money on my interceptors, then I can't buy more equipment for our squads when they go out on the field. So this is kind of the strategic overview of XCOM, and it is very interesting the way everything kind of works together. And not only do you have to manage your members, your squads, you have to manage your money, you have to manage your research because you can only do one, you have to manage your engineers, you have to manage your different countries throughout the world, make sure they're happy. So there's a lot going on, but it's one of those games that everything kind of plays together really nice. So we're going to go back into our situation room here, and we're going to scan for activity now, and this will basically make time pass and let these activities happen, but it'll also scan for any aliens. Oh, there we go. We got a little mission, or a little cut screen here that's showing us that our power generators are online. There we go. Power generators are online. Excellent. And of course, it tells you about them. You can assign new construction. Again, so if I had something, I could click on an open area, and I can decide, if I want to put in a workshop, a satellite uplink, another power generator, foundry. Oh, here's a thermal generator. Of course, all this stuff takes lots of money, power, and engineers. So now we have got some power. We have 37 are being used to 43, so we only have a few slots left for power. So we might need to get another power generator eventually. But again, we have to decide if we're going to put it here. Maybe we should wait and build it on the Steam place over here. So there's lots of different strategies and different things you're trying to decide. It's always something's going on. So go back in the situation room, and let's see if we can actually get into a mission so we can kind of show you what's going on here. Okay, we got a request from Argentina. Argentina is interesting in field testing and advanced targeting system we've blueprinted in the labs. They're providing supplementing funding if we give them a few working prototypes. So they're asking for 2 scopes. We have 2 scopes in storage because I actually built some of these a little bit ago, and I signed a couple to our squads, but I had a couple left over. Figured I would wait until I got some new rookies that came out, and I would give them the scopes because it gives them a bonus to targeting. And the units that are out in the mission, if they are successful, they'll earn experience, and that's how they level up. So having them survive is a good thing. So we actually have 2 scopes in storage. They're giving us 20 days to complete this mission, and they're willing to give us $57. So it's a decision for us to decide whether or not we're going to help Argentina out. It would be nice to know whether or not they would be more happy with our XCom force, or XCom, I'm not sure I want to use the word force, but our XCom agency, I guess, is the best way to think of it. We are actually going to send those items, and there we go. So we sent them to them. We've got a reward of $57, and let's see how that's going to make a difference. Let's scan for activity here. Oh, there we have an alien abduction reported. We can view the abduction site, or we can ignore it. Let's go ahead and view it.
We're tracking several reported abductions via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates locked in.
Alright, so we have 3 abduction sites, which I think I mentioned earlier. Sometimes you have to make a decision. We have Canada, Calgary. Shows you the panic level, whether this mission is easy or hard or normal, and what the reward is. So we'll get $200 at easy if we go there. We also have one in India. Difficulty is moderate. We would get 4 scientists, and that shows the panic level there. In St. Petersburg, Russia, this is a difficult mission. We would also get 4 engineers, but we only have their panic level is a little bit higher. So decision time, decision time. Do we take the $200 in the easy mission? Probably wouldn't make India and Russia very happy. Do we want to go after the scientists? Scientists are always a good thing. If we get the same reward for the India and the Russian missions, same reward of 4 scientists, the difference being one is moderate and one is going to be difficult. Well, I'd really like the money. I mean, I could use money. Scientists are really important too, though, because you need a certain number of scientists to complete research and build your different technologies. Before I decide this, I think I want to go back. Oh, look at Lieutenant Joe Shotgun is returned to active duty. You can tell I renamed that guy because he's got a shotgun. Decisions. If you make the wrong decision, boy, I hate for that to... I would like to know who's available for these missions before I decide if I want to do a moderate or an easy one. But I think I will go for the easy and the $200. So we'll confirm here. And here it shows our squads. And of course, we can, it shows you whether they're assault, sniper, heavy, support. You originally start off with 4 guys, and then you can upgrade your barracks when one of your units becomes a sergeant, and then you can upgrade it to 6 once one of them becomes a captain, I believe. It also shows you what they're equipped with. We have a support with a scope. We have show shotgun here, an arc thrower, which is going to be, we're trying to actually capture one of these aliens alive. A couple guys with scopes, one with a frag grenade. Sure, let's launch the mission and see what happens, so I can show you what the tactical aspects of this is going to be like. Since we talked about the strategic, and here we are leaving Europe, we're headed over to Canada.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Alright. So we're going to launch the mission here, show you what the tactical overview of XCom looks like. It's turn-based.
This is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5x5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
So you're usually located in kind of a restricted area, and you're going to click on your squad mates. If you click on them, you'll notice they have 2 bars here. Basically, they get 2 actions for a turn. This number on the top is how many hit points basically they have, and so we have 2 actions, and this blue line that goes around kind of shows you how far he can get for his first action. This guy has got an assault rifle. Okay, so we're going to put him, you can actually see that I can actually make him go farther, and it says that it's dashing, so that means it'll take up both of his movements. So we might want to just put this guy here, and you just right click on a spot. Oh, there we go. We've got some aliens already, and there we go. So now we got to find cover for this guy, because alright, we're going to move him up there and hopefully put him into some kind of cover. Alright, so this guy, click on him. You can show over here, you can see over here how many aliens he sees. He actually sees, or he's got line of sight to 1 alien. It tells you the percentage. He will be successful on his attack from where he's at. Remember, we can move first, so what we think we will do is try to move this guy up behind the barrel there, or behind the crates. Now I can see 2. One is 100% and one is 85%. Let's take the 100% shot, and kind of tells you how much damage it's going to do, the chance of a critical, a chance to hit. You can actually click on more information, and it shows you all about flanking and weapon bonuses and all that. Alright, so he uses 2 actions. He spent 1 action to move up, his 2nd action to attack. We do have our sniper here. He has line of sight 51%. The thing with the sniper is you can't actually move and shoot with your sniper in the same action. So we have to decide whether or not, I think he will take a shot. He's got a 51% chance, which isn't too bad. Oh, he did 3 points of damage, so he hurt him, but he didn't kill him. He's got 1 hit point left. That's not going to be good. Alright, we're going to bring this guy up here. And, oh, he says he can't see them? Oh, wow, that was a bad decision. Okay, well, let's move him back around the corner then. I don't want to get that guy. I really want to get this guy dead. He sees him, but it's only 17%. We're going to actually risk it. We're going to bring this guy right up to the front lines here. This is kind of risky, but I want to try to get rid of this guy, 61%. And so, come on, baby, hit him now. Excellent, good job. Alright, so now that all of our squad is spent their turns doing their movement and activations, it's the alien's turn, and then it goes back to ours, so it's turn-based. It gives you time to think about things. You can see when I move my little cursor around, you can see whether there's like a little shield there. It shows you whether it's going to be half cover, full cover, all, you know, whether there won't be any cover, how far you can go. So there's really not too many surprises. You can rotate your view in your map. There's lots of different views. you can actually zoom in and out, or up and down, I guess I should say. Not in and out, but up and down. And so you can see up higher. What we would like to do is get our sniper up here. So let's see, where is Mr. Sniper Man? Here's Mr. Sniper Man. And we will dash you up here. Yes, come on. Sometimes you have to, takes a little bit to, there we go, come on. Get wind up, especially when you're trying to do it that way. Come on now. Let's rotate our view, maybe it'll be easier. Nope, okay. It wants to keep putting it down on the ground, and I don't want it down on the ground. Oh, maybe I wasn't high, there we go, okay. I wasn't high enough for the view. So we're going to have him dash in there. Oh crap.
Cover my flank.
Okay, this is assault rifle guy, so we're going to bring him up right here, I think. Hopefully this won't be too bad a situation where we're actually getting our guys blown up inside this vehicle. The environments are completely destructible. 48%. Sure, let's take a shot here. I love the little camera view where you can see like what your squad mate sees there. Or your oh, I missed. Beautiful.
Shot wide.
All right, let's see what we got here. You actually have some other abilities called Overwatch, which basically lets you sit there and if an enemy comes into your line of sight, then you can take like first shot at it. Reload, obviously. Hunker down is to get a better cover, better defensive cover. Looks like we can actually bring this guy inside this vehicle, climb him up inside the vehicle. I think I want to do is put him over here. Let's see, can I see him now? Yeah, I can see him. 89%. Well, this guy is like one of, I think he's the guy that actually, no, he didn't live through the first mission, but I think I got him like in the second mission, and ever since then he has been really, really good. I was only 59? I thought it said 89. It does say 89. What happened there? That must be a little bug or something. It shows 89% over here. I'm not sure why, but it only shows 59% to hit, so... Oh, missed. Nice.
Damn it. Enemy is still alive.
Yep. Okay. How close do I want to bring this guy? How risky do I want to get? I don't want to get that risky. This is a game where you try not to be too risky. You have to be slow and methodical. 33%. So I can either take this shot and hope for my hit, or I can put this guy in Overwatch, which then if any alien comes into view next turn, he'll be able to shoot at it. But I think I really don't like this guy being so close. Oh, thank God. Good job. Got a critical on the enemy too. Alright, now this guy we will put into Overwatch mode. Oh no, we won't, because he had to dash up there. So now it's alien's turn. And obviously there's probably more aliens out there. We just don't know where they're at because we can't see them. Oh, our guy just got hit for 5 hit points of damage. So he'll definitely be hurt for next mission unless we can heal him up. We do have a healer somewhere. I'm just not sure where that healer is. Alright, 40% chance. These are kind of low attacks, but... Oh, hit him for 2. Alright, Joe Shotgun, Mr. Well, I'd actually like to get somebody else some experience here. Let's see, I think we could put him right here. And I think he would still have view to this alien right there. Yes, he does. Right through that truck. Oh.
Adjusting sights.
Alright, sniper. 61. Knock him out.
Not good.
No, that is not. That is not good. Alright, Joe Shotgun's gotta come to the rescue again here. 95. Boy, he just never misses.
Operational objectives.
Alright, and there we go. We have completed the mission. We killed 4 enemies. We lost no one, which is good. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who actually got the kills, so hopefully some of our rookies will earn some experience, or we need to think about who we're taking on these missions as well. And we're back at our strategic headquarters. Oh, we did get somebody. Captain Carl Cross, who's got his 6th kill, and he's been promoted to sergeant, so we'll look. And you can see now, we have a choice of lightning reflexes, which force the first reaction shot against this unit each turn to miss. Basically what that means is when he's moving, if an enemy's in Overwatch, and they take a shot at him, it'll miss. And the other choice is it's going to give him a plus 30% critical chance against adjacent targets. This bonus declines with the distance from the target. So better chance to critical an enemy with his shotgun. And you notice he also, I believe, get more hit points over there. He's now up to 7 hit points. I think I will take this one. Thank you. You can see that that gentleman that was hurt in our mission there, Lowrider, it was our sniper actually, is now wounded. He'll be out of action for 13 days. Everybody else, are they okay? Shows you what we recovered from this situation: 4 of the floater corpses and 8 weapon fragments. And kind of an overview here. Here's the council in the background. The XCom squads were successfully stopped the alien abduction. Ken is deeply grateful, thank you, for your help, and hopes the reward will be of use for the XCom project, which is 200. But you notice we have panic is increased across Europe and across Asia because we didn't help these other countries.
We will be watching.
There's our little, let's go and check out our situation here. See, Russia and France went up, India, Australia, so probably a bad decision to go after the easy mission. We probably should have taken on one of those tougher missions, because now Russia's gone up, France has gone up, Brazil, India, Australia. So yeah, that's kind of an overview of XCom. That's the strategic parts. Now that we actually have some money, you can see we can go, we'll go in and look at what we can do here. We can excavate this, which is going to cost us 20. We can actually build a new facility here. We got a laboratory going in there, which is going to be in 3 days. We should try to excavate the steam, which was what we're going to do, because now I think we can actually do those, oops. Oh, we can actually buy some new weapons now, because we actually have some money. That's always a good thing. We have 9 engineers, we have no current projects. We should probably supply our guys with some better armor. We should supply our guys with maybe another med kit. We don't have enough engineers for the laser rifles or the laser pistols yet, so we'll have to work on getting more engineers. We only have 9. We need 10 for that. We need 12 for that. So maybe it would have been better to go over and do our other mission there where we would have gotten 4 scientists. But that's the decisions you have to make throughout XCom. So there you go, strategic overview, that's a tactical overview. Now I'm going to give you my impressions of the game, my kind of take on it, my situation, what I think of it. I would really highly recommend this game. It is really good in all of the aspects that you must manage within the game, and I really enjoy the tactical situations. Although the maps seem to be kind of small and there doesn't seem to be as many avenues of, quite where you could move around a lot. I think they're kind of small because they're trying to force you and the aliens together really quickly. And that's okay, but I wish they would kind of expand on the tactical parts of it quite a little bit, where there's more maneuvering, where you can get into different positions. You could see in that last mission, even though it was an easy one, we were kind of just right there together right off the bat. Now there's other missions that are a little bit larger, and the aliens seem to be in the back, but hopefully they'll get some with some expansions or downloadable content for this game. I think they'll get some bigger maps, put more variety in the maps. There seems to be not as much variety as there could be. There's lots of crates and barrels and things like that, and buildings that all look the same, even though you're going to all these different countries. So having some different textures and stuff for the different countries would be kind of cool. But the technical aspects of this game are very good, where you can actually blow up different terrain parts, buildings. You can actually use rocket launchers and frag grenades to actually destroy walls and buildings. This is just with our normal technology. Once we start playing with the alien technology, I'm assuming it's even going to be better. But there's destructible environment, which is very nice. I think, and I can really see that this game fills a very important need out there in the gaming community. I think there isn't that many turn-based games. First of all, there's very few turn-based games, and I'm hoping that this game reinvents and re-energizes the whole turn-based gaming back upon people that enjoy that kind of game. There really hasn't been any good strategic and tactical combination games out there with good graphics, with good strategic, tactical, destructible environments. Everybody loves first-person shooters, so now that we have a tactical game where you're actually using like a first-person shooter with your guys shooting one another, I think that this game, if it's very successful and if people are excited about it and purchase this game, other manufacturers will see that turn-based games are important and that they are liked by the gaming community. And I think that I could definitely see that there would be many different kinds of games similar to this. I could see how you could have a like a modern day type game where you have your squads going into Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan, and you have to manage your different squads. You also have to manage different researches and different, maybe you're trying to investigate different things, and then you're on a tactical map where you're actually playing, the U.S. forces versus you're hunting down Afghans, or you're trying to, maybe the United Nations or whatever, trying to track down on a tactical map. But I could see where shooting and using first-person gunplay and all that I could definitely see this game being built, modded, and everything to be a U.S. or not a U.S. but a tactical like modern day shooter. I could also see this game even being like Cowboys and Indians, where you're you know, cowboys or gangsters or whatever, and you're running around on a tactical map. You know, maybe uh, having different, like your, what do they call them back in the day? Gangs. You know, your different gangs. Maybe you're in charge of a cowboy gang, and you're running around, and you have to break into a bank, or you have to break in to a, steal a stagecoach, or blow up a train, and do all that kind of thing. I can see all that in a tactical map as a tactical situation as well. So I see that this game fills a need, and I think that if it's popular, and if it's exciting, and if it's well supported, then I can see that other manufacturers would take this turn-based tactical, and they could expand on it. They could incorporate different genres. Sci-fi game would be awesome with this, like an outer space type game where you're on a ship, and maybe you dock next to a pirate ship, and then you got to infiltrate into their ship and stop them. Or maybe you're the pirates in outer space, and you're taking over other people's ships, and then once you do that, then you can sell their resources and have a whole strategic overview type thing like this. Besides that, I think there's definitely some issues, and I'm hoping they expand on this, and I think they will expand on it. It is a great quality effort for a game that has been wanted or needed for a long time, and I think they did a wonderful job of trying to capture the essence of the original game. I think that the graphics, the tactical destructible environments are really interesting. It makes for some great tactical play, and I think this definitely fills a need out there in the gaming community, and I think that you should pick this up and you should support it if this looks like something that you could be interested in. And I think that if you do that, then it will show that game manufacturer and other game manufacturers out there that tactical turn-based games are a good investment for them, as long as it's designed well and interesting and is a good quality game. I think it will be supported by the gaming community. So that is my overview, my thoughts, and my my kind of take on XCom. And I would definitely recommend you pick it up and purchase it and give it a try for yourself. I think the replayability of this is very good, because the first couple times I think you play it, it's going to be a learning game where you actually have to learn how to play the game, and then once you've actually learned the process and what you need to do and what you need to research, I think there's a lot of replayability where it will definitely keep you interesting in the strategic overview as well as the tactical overview as well. So thank you all for watching my video. Hope this gives you a good grasp on what the XCom game is like, and hopefully if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, please do leave them and let me know, and I will try to post and get back with you. And until the next video, which will be coming out shortly, I want to thank you all for spending your time with me today. Until next time, this is your host, ID Jester, signing off.